We are stepping into a room where the silence is so heavy, so absolute that it feels physical.
Right. It's like it presses against your eardrums.
And we aren't in a library or a church. We are at the very zenith of ancient Egyptian civilization, specifically inside the royal court of Pharaoh Zenon.
Hmm.
This isn't just a history lesson, about dusty artifacts. This is a deep dive into a specific narrative account, episode 08, that honestly reads like a psychological thriller.
It really does. And to get the stakes here, you have to feel the atmosphere.
Yeah.
We are looking at an empire that stretches from the Nile to the Sea of Rome.
Yeah.
The wealth is just, it's unimaginable. But in this specific moment right here in the throne room, the currency isn't gold.
It's tension.
It's pure tension.
That's the vibe I got immediately. It feels like all the air has been sucked out of the room.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to walk through this high-stakes political theater. We need to untangle a conspiracy between two men who call themselves best friends.
So-called best friends.
And witness the moment a commoner steps into a destiny that could tear the entire empire apart.
And we really have to pay attention to that silence.
Hmm.
If you look closely at the text, the court isn't just quiet out of respect, it's quiet out of fear. This is a place where a smile is often the most dangerous weapon you can possibly encounter.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We are in the Golden Chamber, and the description here is incredibly cinematic.
It is.
You have this massive, jeweled, golden canopy that's waiting for the king. But it's empty.
And that emptiness is a statement in itself, isn't it? The throne is waiting, and flanking this empty seat of power, you have two towering Nubian guards.
Huge figures.
I mean, immense physical power. And they're holding these massive fans made of pristine white falcon feathers. They're like statues, unmoving.
And the whole room is just packed with the elite. You've got ministers, army officers, ambassadors, priests, all of them frozen.
But there is one figure the narrative zooms in on.
Zayn, the commander-in-chief.
Zayn is the one to watch. Visually, he is the picture of imperial success. He's wearing this distinctive royal regalia. He looks every bit the powerful general.
But internally.
The man is a wreck. He is consumed by this cold, simmering bitterness.
Because of what happened the night before, right?
Precisely. We have to look at the backstory. Zayn didn't just have a bad night. He orchestrated a massive conspiracy to assassinate Pharaoh Zenon.
It was supposed to happen last night.
It was. If the plan had worked, Zayn would be sitting on that golden throne right now.
But he's not.
No.
Well.
And the only reason he isn't is because his best friend, a young man named Zayn, intervened. Zayn stopped the assassin. He saved the pharaoh's life.
That dynamic is just, it's incredible. Zayn is standing there looking at the empty throne that he thinks should be his, and he knows the only thing standing in his way is the man he calls a brother.
It creates this fascinating psychological split. I mean, Zayn looks calm, but his internal monologue is absolutely murderous. He knows that if Zayn hadn't played the hero, the coup would have succeeded. So beneath that royal armor, there is this deep, festering hatred for Zayn.
But here is the terrifying part. He doesn't show it, not an ounce of it.
No, the text describes Zayn as a master of this environment. When he sees Zayn across the court, he doesn't scowl.
He walks right up to him.
He embraces him. It's a complete performance. He gives Zayn this warm hug and says, "You have performed a truly brave deed. My prayers are always with you."
And does Zayn buy it? I mean, they grew up together. He must know him.
That's the tragedy of it. Zayn isn't fooled, not for a second. The source notes that he can feel the resentment just radiating off Zayn.
Wow.
He knows Zayn is furious that the assassination failed, but what can you do? You can't accuse the commander-in-chief of treason in the middle of the court without any proof.
So he just plays along.
He plays along. He says, "You are my truest friend."
It's this deadly game of pretend. Two men hugging, both knowing that one of them wishes the other was dead. And just as this tension is peaking, the atmosphere shifts.
It snaps.
The guards shout, hundreds of them at once. The pharaoh is entering.
Now watch the reaction of the court here, because it tells us something really vital about the politics of Zenon's reign. The source mentions a specific change in ritual.
Okay.
Usually when a pharaoh enters, everyone, priests, ministers, generals, they would fall into full prostration, face to the floor.
But they don't do that here.
No. Zenon has abolished it. He believes humans should only bow to God.
That's a huge deal.
It's a sign of his monotheistic reform, which sounds noble, but I imagine for the traditionalists, it makes them enemies. The priests, specifically, feel their power is being stripped away. So when Zenon and Queen Aria enter through the silken curtains, the silence isn't just awe. For some, it's hostility.
Let's talk about that entrance. The text says, a silence so complete that the sound of even a deep breath seemed loud enough to echo.
That silence is the canvas. It's the canvas for the display of power that follows. The tributes.
Right. This is where we see just how vast this empire really is.
The list is staggering. I was reading through the inventory of gifts presented to the king. What stood out to you?
I mean, the scale of it. It's the globalization of the ancient world.
It is. You have the Queen of Kush sending black cheetah skins and gold coins from the Sudan. You have silk from Serica, that's China.
China. Unbelievable.
You have oud and amber from the Mediterranean.
And pearls from Yemen, musk from Sogdiana.
In Uzbekistan, yeah. Emeralds from India. It paints this picture of Egypt as the gravitational center of the world. Everything flows to this throne room.
But then there's this moment of moral friction. The king of Akkad presents a tribute that Zenon actually refuses.
Slave girls.
Slave girls. And Zenon sends them back. He states clearly that Egypt has liberated its slaves. This is crucial because it establishes his moral code. He isn't just a conqueror, he's a reformer.
And that makes him even more dangerous to men like Zayn, who, operate in the shadows. Exactly. Speaking of danger, this is where the tension in the room just snaps.
Yeah.
Zenon halts the proceedings. He stops his minister mid-sentence and demands to see the young man who saved our life.
Okay, put yourself in Zaren's shoes at this exact second.
Oh my God.
You tried to kill the king last night. The plot failed. Now, the king stops the whole ceremony and calls for the hero.
Zayn and the high priest Varric, they go absolutely pale.
The text says the color drained from Zaren's face, as if yanked away by an unseen force.
They think the gig is up.
They think Zenon knows everything and is about to order their execution right there.
And this is where we see the true nature of Zayn. Most people, when faced with imminent execution, would panic. They'd freeze or beg. Zayn,
His mind immediately shifts to violence.
yes.
Yeah.
He resolves that if the pharaoh issues the order, he will charge the throne.
No way.
He decides he will assassinate the king right there in front of the entire court and seize power by brute force.
That is incredibly bold.
It's predatory. It shows he possesses the nerve to attempt the impossible. He is thinking, if I'm going down, I'm taking the crown with me. He's staring at the king, hand twitching near his weapon, just waiting for the word.
But the word never comes. It's a total anticlimax.
It is. Zenon doesn't accuse anyone. He just wants to say thank you.
The relief in that room must have been dizzying.
I can't imagine. Zenon praises Zayn as a gift from God. He appoints him royal herbalist. And then he does something unheard of.
The necklace.
He takes the diamond and pearl necklace off his own neck and places it on Zayn.
Talk about a mixed signal for Zayn. On one hand, he's alive, he's not being executed, but on the other,
hand, he has to watch the man who ruined his plans get treated like royalty.
and he's not the only one watching.
No. Queen Aria is staring at Zayn with what the text calls an unwavering, intense gaze.
The mother's instinct.
Her maternal instincts are firing. She recognizes something in him, even if she can't quite place it yet.
So the court survives. The tension breaks. And usually after high tension, you need a release.
Mm-hmm.
The scene transitions to the evening feast at Zaren's palace.
It's a necessary shift. You go from the silent, suffocating throne room to the noise and opulence of a party.
Mm-hmm.
Food, music, all the VIPs of the city. But for Zayn, the nightmare isn't over.
And this is where we meet Vanya. Now, Vanya is Zayn's former love interest, but from what I gather, things did not end well.
That's putting it mildly. She rejected his marriage proposal pretty harshly in the past. At the party, she tries to approach him, maybe to ride his coattails now that he's a hero.
And he just blanks her.
Ice cold, ignores her, walks right past.
Which clearly stings.
Yeah.
And a scorned lover is a dangerous thing in a political thriller.
Oh, yes. She immediately pulls Zayn aside. They go to a marble bench under a fig tree in the garden, and here, in the shadows, she drops a bombshell.
She asks Zayn if he knows who Zayn really is.
And Zayn dismisses it. He says he's the son of Rajal the architect.
But Vanya says no. He is the Prince of Egypt. He possesses the pharaoh's royal seal.
I love Zayn's reaction here. He literally asks her if she's been smoking opium.
It's the only rational reaction. He's known Zayn since they were kids playing by the river. The idea that his childhood friend is the lost prince, it seems impossible.
But Vanya recounts the details. She explains that when she rejected Zayn, he showed her the seal in a moment of desperate pride.
Let's pause here and unpack this. Why is this such a game changer for Zayn? He's the commander-in-chief, he has the army. Why is he so afraid of a piece of wax or a ring?
This is the difference between power and legitimacy.
Uh,
Zayn has power, he has swords, he has men. But if he kills the pharaoh and takes the throne, he's a usurper. There will always be rebellion. But a royal seal, that represents divine right.
so if Zayn has the seal.
If Zayn has the seal, he isn't just a rival, he is the rightful king. He's the blood of the dynasty. You can fight an army, but you can't fight a story that people believe in. Zayn realizes that if Zayn is the prince, his own ambition is dead in the water unless he destroys that claim.
So the threat level just went from annoying friend to existential crisis.
Exactly. Zayn realizes he can't just kill Zayn anymore, he needs to know about that seal.
If he can get the seal.
He can legitimize his own coup.
So Zayn goes back into the party, finds Zayn, and pulls him aside. He tries to use their friendship as leverage again. He asks for the absolute truth.
He asks the direct question, do you have the pharaoh's royal seal?
And Zayn, he knows he is walking on a knife's edge here. If he says yes, he's dead. Zayn will kill him right there to get it.
So he spins a lie.
It is a clever, desperate lie. He admits to showing Vanya a seal, but claims it was a fake. He says, I was heartbroken, I was desperate, I just wanted to boast to win her back.
And he appeals to their shared history.
Yeah, we grew up together, Zayn. How could I be a prince?
Does Zayn buy it?
He pretends to. He says, that is precisely what baffles me. But deep down, no, the seed of suspicion is planted.
The text says Zayn resolves to investigate. He might smile and nod, but the hunt is on.
Which brings us to the next morning, the summons of destiny. Zayn arrives at court in his new royal attire, looking for Zayn. But Zayn is missing.
Instead, he runs into the high priest, Varric. And this interaction is so telling. Zayn asks where Zayn is, and Varric is just incredibly rude.
What do we need a commander for?
Yeah, it sounds like the conspirators are starting to crack. They don't even like each other.
There is deep hostility within the ranks, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But Zayn doesn't have time to dwell on it. He sees a maid.
A mysterious maid with black eyes, hiding behind a marble pillar. She signals him.
This sequence felt so atmospheric to me. It's not just a walk down a hallway.
No.
She leads him through the palace gardens, past exotic trees, marble pillars. It feels like a journey into the heart of the palace.
She is leading him to the queen's private quarters. This is a forbidden area.
The text describes the guards, these massive Nubian warriors with drawn swords. These guys don't let anyone pass. They're the ultimate barrier. But when they see Zayn approaching,
They bow.
they step aside.
That is the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the aha moment for Zayn. It is the realization of his reality. He isn't sneaking in. He is being welcomed home. He gets it.
He feels a profound tremor. He realizes he is about to meet his mother after 15 years.
He follows the maid up the staircase, down the corridor, past the eunuchs, and finally into the chamber.
And there she is, Queen Aria. She's on an elevated throne. She's showing subtle signs of age, but she is still regal, still powerful.
And she just studies him.
She doesn't speak immediately. She just gestures for him to sit. The connection is silent, but you feel it. It's overwhelming.
And that is where we leave them, sitting in silence, mother and son, reunited. But if we zoom out and look at the political chessboard, the pieces have moved drastically.
It really is a powder keg now. Let's just look at the players. You have Zayn, the commander, who is hunting for the truth about the seal. He knows, or at least strongly suspects, that his best friend is the rightful heir.
You have the pharaoh, who trusts Zayn implicitly, completely unaware that his best friend Zayn wants them both dead.
And now you have the queen, who is just physically reunited with her lost son. The circle is closing.
And remember, Zayn is still navigating all this with a smile. He is playing the game just as hard as Zayn is. But now, the stakes are infinite.
So here is the question I want to leave you with today. We have seen the court, the gold, the smiles, and the daggers. In a world where your best friend might be plotting your murder while hugging you, and where your identity is the most dangerous secret in the kingdom, how long can Zayn survive now that the existence of the royal seal is no longer a secret kept between two people?
Especially when the man hunting that seal is the one man who knows Zayn best. It's a terrifying position to be in.
It's a dangerous place to be, and we are just getting started with this story. Thanks for listening to this deep dive into the royal court. We'll see you next time.